Well, my daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much to Mom and me, except this old guitar and an empty bottle of boo. Now, I don't blame him 'cause he run ahead, but the meanest thing that my daddy ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought that it was quite a joke, and it got a laugh from lots of folks. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some girl would giggle and I'd turn red, and some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I'll tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. But I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fish got hard and my wits got keen. Roamed from town to town to hide my shame. But I made me a vow to the moon and stars. I searched the honky-tonks and bars and killed that man that gave me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July, and I just hit town and thought my throat was dry. Thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. At an old saloon on a street of mud, and bare the table dealing stud, sat the dirty mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture that my mother had. I knew that scar in his cheek and his evil eye. Well, he was big and bent and gray and old, and I looked at him and my blood ran cold, and I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you gonna die." Yeah. Yeah, that's what I told him. Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes, and he went down, but to my surprise, come up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear. I busted a chair right across his teeth, and we crashed through the walls into the street, kicking in the gouging in the mud and blood and the beer. Well, I tell you, I thought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. Well, I heard him laugh and I heard him cuss, and he reached for his gun, but I pulled mine first. He stood there looking at me. I saw him smile. He said, "Son, this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough. I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along, but you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in the gut and the spit in your eye, 'cause I'm the son of a beep named you Sue." Yeah, that's what I told him. Now you just fought one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me and you got the right to kill me now, and I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in the gut and the spit in your eye, 'cause I'm the son of a bleep. I went through that verse already. Well, I grew up joking, I threw down my gun. He called me a pun, he called me a son. Come away with a different point of view. Lord, I think about him now and then, every time I try and every time I win. And if I have a son, I'm gonna name him Ryerson, Irv, or Renfrew.